open in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Meridian News Now. I'm Brian Tyler. Thanks for joining us. Election Day in Meridian Township is Tuesday, August 4th, and polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Residents can vote in person or they can vote absentee. The Meridian Township's clerk's office has mailed out approximately 12,560 absentee ballots to registered voters. In order for votes to count, all absentee ballots must be returned to the clerk's office by 8 p.m. on Election Day. Voted absentee ballots can be returned to the clerk's office in a number of different ways. Mailed to the Meridian Township's clerk's office at 5151 Marsh Road, Okemos, dropped off in one of the 24-hour white mailboxes outside the municipal building, or dropped off in person at the municipal building. We have the opportunity to speak with Meridian Township Clerk Brett Dreyfus about the last day to mail in your absentee ballot, as well as extended hours the clerk's office will be holding.
We mailed out 29,670 applications for an absentee ballot, and we received back 12,953 as of yesterday. We have mailed out 12,738 ballots, which is absentee ballots, which is an extraordinary large amount. You know, that is a huge amount of ballots. That's more ballots than were ever mailed. The last one in the gubernatorial race in 2018 in November, we had something like roughly 8,000 ballots. That just puts things into perspective. And we only received back so far 6,442 ballots, which is about approximately 50% of the ballots are back. And we have a week left before ballots have to be back in the clerk's office by 8 p.m. on Tuesday, August 4th. So it's important that voters remember, some people take their ballots and they stick them away somewhere and they forget about them. It just happens. In this election, I am encouraging everyone to remember and don't wait till the last minute. And if you do not mail your ballots back, you legally can mail them back anytime you want, but I highly recommend that you do not mail them back after, and at the latest, I would suggest do not mail them back after Thursday. I believe that's July 30th. Do not mail them back after that date, even though you're allowed to. I highly recommend you don't, because post office is experiencing mail delays due to COVID-19 staffing issues. We've been told that directly. Some people get their ballots in 2 days. Other people takes 7 days to get their ballot to Okemos or to Hazlitt. And so too risky. If you have an absentee ballot, and I recommend that you just drop it off. We have a 24-hour convenient and secure drop box in front of the municipal hall building, and you can drive up, drop it. You can get out of your car. We have another box closer to the building. You can drop it off in, or you can come in and see some of our smiling election staff, and you can hand it to one of us inside the town hall room. We have safe social distancing set up, so everybody is 6 feet apart. You're not going to be able to interact with us close up, and you do need to wear a mask when entering the municipal building. We are going to have late hours this week too for people who may want to come by. We're going to be open from 9 to 4, normal hours that we have under the COVID situation that we've been running for a long time. We're open 9 to 4 the rest of the week. We're open on Thursday till 7 p.m. and we're open on Saturday, August 1st from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can get registered to vote. You can get an absentee ballot, and you can actually just vote. You can come in, fill out the app, and just simply vote and take care of it right then and there. If you wait and still don't do that and want to come in on Monday, August 3rd, you can come in, but you can't take your absentee ballot with you. You can vote in the building, and you can vote up till 4 p.m.
Again, the clerk's office will be open for extended hours. They will be open until 7 p.m. on Thursday, July 30th, and Saturday, August 1st, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to register voters and issue absentee ballots. August 1st is the last day ballots can leave the building. Voters must show a picture ID or sign an affidavit that they are not in possession of a picture ID before they are allowed to vote. More information can be found at meridian.mi.us/elections. In addition to the contested races on the August 4th, 2020 primary election ballot, there are also two proposals for Meridian Township residents to vote on. The first ballot proposal is the Ingham County Elder Persons Millage. This millage would authorize funding to support the growing population of persons age 60 and older residing in Ingham County. Mary Ablan, Chair of Vote Yes for Seniors Committee, talks about her experience advocating for senior adults.
I feel this very deeply, and from my personal experience with my own parents, but also some family friends that I had the privilege of watching them grow old, and some of them were not able to stay in their own homes. They went into a facility, and it was not a good ending. And so I've been devoting my career to keep helping older people stay at home. So I actually worked in Lansing for many years with the agencies like Tri-County, but other agencies throughout the state. And I represented those agencies with the legislature and with the governor's office and with state government. And so I advocated for older adults. So I have a lot of experience doing this, and I enjoy doing this. And so when I was asked if I would be interested in leading this campaign for the millage, I was very happy to do that.
The second ballot proposal is the 911 service millage renewal. This would renew funding for a comprehensive county-wide 911 emergency telephone and dispatch system. At the same time, millage level that was previously approved by voters. Darrell Slaughter, 3rd District Ingham County Commissioner, talks about how the funding would help keep up with the latest technologies.
We've been in the process well before I became a commissioner. I've been on the board for about a year and a half. But the funding would help towards our project that we're working on, upgrading our full 911 dispatch system. We've been working with a vendor for a number of years to improve the connectivity. I know there's some new equipment that's going to be purchased, and that's going to be dispersed. That it can sync up with the new system that we're putting in place. And so, yeah, these funds would help to do that. This is to ensure that, that we're keeping up with the latest technologies to make sure that these calls don't get dropped, and that our law enforcement and emergency and emergency and medical agencies can connect with dispatch and get the appropriate response to whatever situation that they're called upon. So yes, that's the major project that in my tenure as a commissioner is that the overhaul of our entire system has been occurring for a number of years.
To find out more about the ballot proposals, watch the full interviews with Mary and Darrell on HOMTV's website or YouTube. Absentee ballots are a good alternative for those who don't wish to or are unable to vote in person. But the residents who decide to vote in person need to know where their polling locations are. These are the Meridian Township polling locations for the 20 precincts. It's important to note that precincts 1 and 2 will both be held at St. Luke Lutheran Church. Precincts 3 and 6 will both be held at the Meridian Township Municipal Building, and that precincts 4 and 20 will be held at New Hope Church. The full precinct map and polling locations can be found on the Meridian Township website at meridian.mi.us/elections. In addition to asking for a federal mask mandate, Governor Gretchen Whitmer is calling on President Trump and Congress to issue a COVID-19 relief plan to help out state and local governments, small businesses, and owners and frontline workers.
But if we're going to continue to beat back this virus and help our state recover, we need more help and leadership at the federal level. Last week, I called on the president to issue a federal mask mandate, because when more Americans wear a mask in public, we can save lives and put ourselves in a better position to send our kids back to school this fall.
HOMTV for more coverage on the COVID-19 and Michigan's response. On Tuesday, July 28th, the Ingham County Health Department held a press brief to discuss coronavirus cases in Ingham County. Here is what Ingham County Health Officer Linda Vale said about how people can lower COVID-19 cases in Meridian Township.
Some of those cases are coming out of a long-term care facility there. So there's that hot spot at Ingham Medical that's part of the issue and has been, an ongoing issue, although it's not a really huge outbreak relative to what we've seen in some other nursing homes. So what can people do? Wear face masks, social distance, stay home when they're sick, all of those sorts of things. Seek out testing. Testing isn't going to prevent you from getting ill, but, it does help you to, know what's going on. It does help you sometimes to not spread it to other individuals. So to the extent that, folks are out there in maybe more crowded housing like we saw in 48911, that's something to be aware of, and to kind of, offer some education, offer some testing services, things like that. So I believe Debbie Edipolo, who works for our department, is going to be working with some folks in Meridian Township to see if there are any special needs kind of things that we can do to meet with them and get some things addressed. But I don't know of anything particular other than the general scheme that we have for pretty much everybody.
The Ingham County Health Department's next briefing is Tuesday, August 4th at 3:30 p.m. K-12 schools are set to reopen in about a month. For many years in the past, this means scrambling to the store to purchase new clothes, highlighters, pencils, folders, and more. This year, in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, people are unsure if schools are even going to open their doors. HOMTV's Emily Towns has that story.
With about a month left until school starts, Hazlitt and Okemos schools are working towards setting up the school year while finding out a way to protect its students from the coronavirus.
We're in phase 4, so the governor in her reopen plan has laid out guidelines in 3 categories: 1 that's required, 2 that's highly recommended, and 3 that's recommended.
And our board is taking a very conservative approach. If we're going to have kids back in buildings in the fall, it's going to be with masks, and it's going to be with 6-foot social distancing.
The Okemos Board of Education decided to move classes online 100% until at least October 30th. From there, they will assess what direction they want to go in for the rest of the school year.
We've got staff that are working on improving the areas that needed improvement so that we can deliver a more robust online learning in the fall.
Hazlitt has tabled the decision on reopening until a special board meeting, which will be held on August 3rd. There, a decision is expected to be made.
There's a lot of questions I believe that the board members want to have answered before they make a decision. So we're going to present those options and what those look like to our board. They're going to ask questions, and then hopefully they'll make a decision.
From Meridian Township, I'm Emily Towns, HOMTV.
HOMTV will keep you updated on the school's reopening plans for the 2020 fall semester. The old Toys R Us building at 1705 Newman Road will soon be given new life as a furniture store. Klingman's Furniture purchased the building and plans to turn it into a brand new showroom. Klingman's did have a difficult time purchasing the building at first. This is due to the nearby Home Depot placing many restrictions on the property in order to prevent any competition from moving in. Klingman's and the township worked with Home Depot in order to loosen these restrictions, allowing to obtain the property. Meridian Township's Economic Development Director, Ken Lane, spoke about how this new development will benefit Meridian Township.
I think it'll be a huge benefit to the township and the residents of the township, in that we really haven't had a high-end furniture retail store of that size in the township. In years past, residents would have to drive to the west side of the Lansing area to go to Art Van or one of those stores out there. So now they're going to be able to just head over to the Newman Road location and shop there for their furniture needs.
Klingman's is hoping to have the store open to the public by the end of September or early October. The new location for the Meridian Township Farmers Market is almost complete. Marketplace on the Green is located right behind the JCPenney in the Meridian Mall and will provide the township with an updated location for multiple events. HOMTV's Ava Bratz has that story.
Located on Central Park Drive in Meridian Township, Marketplace on the Green will be an economic centerpiece for Hazlet and Okemos.
It's just really going to be a very fluid space for many activities, and really will serve all ages and interests.
After breaking ground just last spring, the construction is now coming to an end, which will provide a new beginning for many events to come.
We just really expect when people come to shop, they can stay and eat their food and listen to the music, and their children can play on the playground. And you know, that's probably a vision for 2021.
Finishing the restrooms, installing the playground, and pouring the concrete stage are all the final touches the marketplace needs to open to the public.
It's just really going to be a nice family gathering place. And, you know, farmers markets just, they just have this hometown quality to them.
This hometown gem is projected to be finished by early August of 2020. This project is nearing completion. As you can see behind me, the building has already received its metal roofing. Marketplace on the Green will provide Meridian Township with an updated location for its farmers market, as well as a venue for live music, a playground, and a grassy area for local food truck vendors.
Marketplace on the Green is expected to open early August. The township is looking to obtain a grant of $127,500 in order to purchase the land at 5280 Okemos Road. Their goal is to turn the parcel into an important hub to allow better access to Nancy Moore Park and the trails in the surrounding area. The township heard that many park goers were having trouble finding Nancy Moore Park. So the township wants to eventually turn this land into a new entrance to the park, as well as a parking lot for the surrounding bike trails, including the future MSU Lake Lansing Trail.
Currently, the entrance to Nancy Moore Park is really weird, and no one can find the park. You turn in off of Okemos Road, and then it's like, you kind of don't, even no matter how many signs we put up, people can't find the park because it's like in the back. So we think that buying this property will provide a better and safer entrance to Nancy Moore Park. And Nancy Moore Park is the kind of the sports complex where a lot of the flag football, soccer, ultimate frisbee, all that.
The 1.87 acre plot contains open grassy areas, 235 feet of road frontage, and a residence that is in poor condition. The township will not know if it gets the grant until December. If they do get the grant, the project will take about a year or two to complete. Anyone who wishes to help can send a letter of approval to Parks and Land Management Coordinator Jane Greenway at the Parks and Recreation Office, or they can email their letter to Greenway directly. The Harris Nature Center will soon be home to some new upgrade contractors. Broke ground last week and will be installing a new pavilion and restroom facilities. HOMTV's Ava Bratz has more on that.
There's been some crash landings here at Harris Nature Center to make way for their new pavilion.
Having a pavilion instead of an enclosed space is going to be really exciting for us to just provide more opportunities, but in the outdoor setting instead of inside.
This has been a long anticipated day for the Nature Center, and the staff are thrilled.
About 2 years now. The process is normally a long process, and COVID-19 certainly did not help us with that process. So it's really exciting. We're breaking ground today just by doing the site demo, which is essentially removing some trees to open up the space where the pavilion is going to be installed.
Exteriors of Lansing are also planning to construct a birding overlook deck while the pavilion and restrooms are being finished.
It's going to provide much needed outdoor classroom space, shaded picnic area for our visitors, a place where people can rent it to do whatever, if it's graduation parties, birthday parties, whatever they're looking for. And we will use it September through May.
In just a few short months, the Harris Nature Center in Okemos will be raising the roof as they work to install their new pavilion. They're hoping that this will provide local schools, clubs, and other events to take place here and just get outside and have fun. This is in addition to the many trails that they have and beautiful scenic outlooks for people to experience.
HOMTV will continue to provide updates on this project as it continues. That's all for today's episode of Meridian News Now. Remember, you can stay up to date with Township News by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, HOMTV.net. I'm Brian Tyler. Thanks for watching and have a great day.